So, I guess we'll start with hello, YouTube. This is my first, I guess, real video that's got me in it, where I used a camera on me, which I hate. I used a camera, I used lights, microphone, and I edited things together. So this is what I call my first. If you watched my prologue video, I hope you've got a little bit of an understanding of where I come from. Today, I want to talk about why I ride. Why a motorcycle? Why not any other means of conveyance? I have a car, I just don't really drive it very often. I get this question a lot, actually, about why I ride, and it's generally, immediately, followed up with a statement about safety, how dangerous other drivers are. And yes, it is dangerous, and other drivers are, especially here in Miami, are distracted and on their phones all the time. In fact, the average is something like 35% more dangerous to ride a motorcycle than to drive a car. To address those safety concerns. Number one, yes, it is more dangerous. Again, about 35% more dangerous to drive a motorcycle. Two, I wear safety gear every time I ride. Something they call ATGAT. All the gear, all the time. ATGAT. Three, no, I'm not worried about getting hit by other drivers. Everybody's distracted, I just pretend I'm invisible and they can't see me, or that they're looking at their phone, which 7 times out of 10 they actually are. Four, you'll hear people say it's not if, it's when, and I disagree. I think it's if, and maybe when, depending on a bunch of factors. So hopefully I will always fall into the if category, not the when. Why ride? Why ride a bike? I actually did some research during the pandemic lockdown. And by research, I mean a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of reading articles online. And if everybody's to be believed, there's 2 camps. Either it saves you money or it's a toy. And I don't find either of those to be true. Especially not saving money. Yes, a tank of gas costs me something like $4 and gets me 300 miles, or just thereabouts. Insurance is dirt cheap. The bike is cheap. Everything about the bike initially is cheap. And we can go over price in another video, but gear, training, maintenance, all of the other ancillary bits that come with owning a motorcycle and riding safely, it's expensive. It's not to save money, and it's not a toy. I don't think of it as a toy. I actually use my bike to do things like run errands. There is a lot of fun involved, but I don't think of it as a toy. The predominant reason that I ride, and I think a lot of people ride, honestly, sans excuses, I like riding a motorcycle. And that's it. I enjoy it. I like it so much. I'm even thinking about selling my car and using my bike as my predominant mode of transportation, which I've already been doing. I bought the bike in October, second week of October, and I've already put 4,500 miles on the bike. So, you know, do some math. So, why ride? I thought the best way to show why to ride and why I do ride a motorcycle is I think I need to go to Home Depot for something, and Home Depot is about a 15-minute drive away. As the crow flies, I need to get a screwdriver or something, and I have a decision to make. Do I take the car or do I take my bike? So I make a choice. What am I getting? Where am I going? What's the weather like to some degree, even though I ride in the rain, no problem. And we go, and the trip always starts the same. cocooned, or I'm on my bike with my helmet on cocooned. But almost immediately when I'm on the bike, maybe 2 or 3 minutes in, everything becomes so much more colorful and alive, and my senses are starting to really come into focus because I'm paying a lot of attention. My brain is firing, I'm shifting gears, I'm moving my body, I'm looking for trouble. In the car, everything is enclosed and it's quiet and boring. Yeah, I can turn up music really loud, I can roll the windows down, it's nice, but I'm still inside this thing. The bike, I'm out there, I'm on it, I'm riding it, I'm part of what's going on. And so where the bike is nimble and energizing, in the car I have to wait for everybody to figure everything out, to really work out how do you use a gas pedal. I like to adventure ride. That may just mean driving around a neighborhood, but it's not point to point. It's the craziest way I can get somewhere. I just go in the general direction I'm trying to get to and start making random turns. But with the bike, I want to explore. Inevitably, I really do have to run the errand, however, and so it's time to go, get back on the bike, and take off. But the world is so dull without a soundtrack. Ah, that's better. And so, again, my ultimate destination is, in this case, a hardware store, now on the other side of town from where I'm at. And again, how I get there is an unknowable quantity. And what I find along the way is always more interesting. I just point myself in the general direction of where I'm going and head that way. I'll get there in the end. So, to close this out, I ride because I enjoy it, because every day and every destination becomes more interesting because I'm more engaged with what's happening. I think there are some days that I prefer a car when I don't want to think about anything, but those days are becoming fewer and further between. What is it that you enjoy? What is it that every day you get excited about? And I would ask you if that something that you're thinking about right now, if you read a statistic somewhere that all of a sudden said by doing it, by enjoying it, you have a 35% increased chance of death or injury, would you stop? Would you stop doing the thing that you look forward to every day? I don't, and I can't, because I enjoy riding a bike, and 35% just doesn't matter. This is number one. This is the first video. Hopefully it's not total garbage. I would appreciate some feedback. And hey, look, so I'm Kfoto on a Moto. That's the name of this channel. And so next week I thought, while we talk about the bike that I ride and why I chose this bike, we would also incorporate some photography. And I've got a special technique that I think is increasingly lost to people with all this automatic technology we've got. It's amazing, but there are techniques that can make people better photographers. If you ever say you're gonna fix it in post, you're a shitty photographer and you need to start over. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. So next week, we're going to talk about a photography technique as well as the bike that I ride and why I chose this bike. So until then, cheers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.